Alright, hey everyone, Ian Sterner here, bringing you his 8th vlog. And before I begin, I would like to thank my friend Kyle Blessing for that amazing intro he made me. And it was a very kind act, indeed. Okay, so now I'm gonna get into the start of what I was actually gonna talk about in this vlog, and that is this movie. If you remember my 4th vlog, I briefly mentioned that I hate this movie, and at some point I'm gonna tell you why. You see, there's this guy. His name is James Cameron. In the year 1997, he released this movie, the highest grossing movie of all time up to that point, Titanic. And I find it almost completely unbelievable that he wouldn't be allowed to make whatever movie he wanted to make after releasing Titanic. He also had these amazing visual effects that could have made any story. He could have literally told any story he wanted to tell. There were no limitations with this movie. It could have gone anywhere, done anything at all. Do you understand this? But no, he had to make freaking Pocahontas, Dances with Wolves, mix them together and make this horrible cliche movie with that looks cool. That's all it is, okay? He could have made anything. And me, I want to be like a screenwriter. I want to be able to tell any story I want to tell. And James Cameron, when he made Avatar, he could have made any story he wanted to tell, and he wasted it on this cliche story. And you know, the problem with cliches are that, yeah, sometimes they can be funny and sometimes they can be parody, but they're not all that imaginative. What I really wanted to talk about in this vlog was the power of imagination, if you couldn't tell by the title. You see, above anything else in my entire life, I value the power of imagination. There are people out there who are stuck on the fact that science governs everything that we do, that there are rules to every stupid little thing that we do. I don't think they have any imagination. I don't want to be, like, offensive to anybody, but I believe that those people that don't believe in anything whatsoever, they don't have, like, any ability to imagine that things can be different. That the laws of physics don't have to apply if we believe that they are. Okay, listen. I was thinking about this yesterday, how I was going to approach this. So, right now, I want you to think about anything. Just think about it. Anything. Doesn't matter what the hell it is. Okay? Okay, you thought about that thing. Don't say what it is. Never in your life tell anybody what it was that you thought about. Now, everyone seems to be obsessed with the fact that our imaginations are just figments of some fake reality. Alright? Now tell me, is it a fact that you thought about that thing that you thought about? I'm not kidding here. Is it a fact that you thought about whatever it was that you thought about? Well, obviously it is a fact. So, imagination can be factual. I can be thinking about penguins. Ooh, look, I'm thinking about a penguin. There's a nice little picture of a penguin inside my mind right now. And that penguin is real. He's dancing around up there. You want to talk about things that inspire you? That maybe you don't even need any source of inspiration. All the inspiration that you're ever going to need is here. And here. Right there. You can't see it. But there's a speck of dust floating through the air. And you just might be like, that's the most insignificant and irrelevant thing you've ever brought up. But to me, that speck of dust up there can be everything. It can mean everything. You look at that speck of dust and it can be more than life itself. I know I might sound a little hokey here, but you can look at anything. You could look at this rubber band here. And you just might be like, well, it stretches. That's for damn sure. But does it have to be what it is? Can it go beyond the physical limitations that it has? You can look at a rubber band and gain inspiration to do just about anything. It can make any shape, any form, solid or two-dimensional. The point I'm trying to make here is that I don't feel like people use their imaginations as much as they can. I don't believe that we have even come to begin to understand how far we can go in our own heads. Everybody wants to study lunatics and insane people and try to get inside their heads, you know? But why don't we ever try to get inside our own heads? Where are the limitations there? And in movies, after freaking Avatar, there really aren't any limitations anymore. We can go anywhere in movies. We can tell any stories, and that is really what's so impressive to me about the movie industry. That is why I want to do what I want to do with my life, because I can show the world my imagination. I can show the world what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what I'm trying to convey to everybody. Maybe I can't exactly pull my mind out of my head and paste it in a video. And maybe I'm not very good at articulating my thoughts. But don't you ever think that anything is impossible, because it is possible. It really is. No matter how much you try to deny it, if you can think it, it's real. If you can believe it, it's real. If you can imagine it, it's real. Now, I don't want you to, watch this video and just look like he's crazy, but right now I'm trying to describe to you how I feel about the world, that there are no limitations on anything. People might believe in one thing or another thing, but it doesn't really matter. People can love, people can think, people can feel anything that they want to feel, anything that they want to think. But to them, it's right. Everything is correct because it's real to them, in their own minds, in their own hearts. And even a speck of dust that's long since gone tells a story that only your imaginations can create. Maybe without the power of imagination, no story could ever exist. No tale could ever be told. Nothing has meaning. This got really deep, didn't it? Well, I'd like to thank you for watching this vlog, and I hope that I might have inspired you in some way, shape, or form. If I didn't, then, well, try to think about it, I guess. Try to imagine a world where what you think is impossible is possible.